The content on this channel has been created for adults. If you're not at least 13 years of age or older, then please do not watch this content. Sorry, dude. Come back when you're 13.
Yeah, baby girl. You know what I want to do. Come on. Yeah, baby girl.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another one. It's your homie Faith Chase, aka Chosen Effect, back on the deck, getting ready to wreck the set. Hey, listen, I thought I'd do something interesting here because I came across when I was looking up another Tom MacDonald track, to check out this interview that he's done. There's like a 3-part series, and I thought we would freaking go over that because I want to freaking find out more about Tom, and I'm sure some of you guys out there also probably want to find out more about Tom. So we're gonna go over this. We're gonna react to this as some interview or something that he did like a few months ago. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about, and yeah, I think that'd be cool. So let's do that. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, join the family, all that you already know. Let's get it.
Because I know what my intentions were,
Yes.
bro. Like I know who I am. I know what I wrote. I know why I wrote it.
Yes.
And I know what I meant by the things that I said. And like, there was like a lot of people that flat out were like, "Oh, this guy's a racist."
Okay, I was going to say, geez, that started just so abruptly. There wasn't any freaking real intro or anything. Let's keep going.
So, we have Tom MacDonald here. What up, man?
What up, bro?
Once on camera, thank you for inviting me over and chilling with me. Has been a pleasure. Now, this is just kind of like an interview of Tom MacDonald because I feel like a lot of people have a lot of weird things to say about him, and this is going to be kind of his side. So this is going to be a series of questions that I asked him. First question is, so you're originally from Canada, correct?
Yeah.
So tell the people how you started here in LA. How did you get here in Hollywood?
Yeah. So like we talked about it earlier. Like essentially, I was in Canada for a long time. Music scene out there is like super small. So I started off in this place called Edmonton, Alberta, which is sort of like in the prairies in Canada. And I just felt like I just wanted to be someplace bigger, and I had just like bigger goals, and I felt like I could achieve in like that town and stuff. So
yeah.
I went from Edmonton to Vancouver, and again, like I just had aspirations for more. And it's not like that I outgrew the scene from a popularity standpoint or anything like that, but just like mentally,
Yeah.
I was like outgrowing. Even though I hadn't reached my full potential in that place,
Yeah.
I was like already like 10 years ahead of my own ability.
Oh yeah, no, I told you.
That's dope. So like he realized from the get-go, like to reach the levels where he wanted to be and where he felt that he was and where he wanted to be, he needed to get out of there. And I don't think Canada, I don't really think their music scene is that big. Like it definitely wouldn't be as big as our scene in the States. It's pretty, like every artist pretty much around the planet, when they want to, try to become big, they, think about, I need to go to the States, So, let's keep going.
In my head.
Yeah.
It was like putting like a plant in a terrarium or something. It'll only grow like as big as that terrarium.
Yes.
And then you move it out and it expands further.
That's a good analogy.
My whole thing was just like, even though I wasn't there yet with my popularity and my skill set and stuff like that, I just knew that like in order to realize my potential and in order to like sort of cultivate my skills and hone in my abilities, I had to like go to a place that wasn't a terrarium, that just allowed me to expand further.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a good point.
So I went on tour through Europe like a few times, which was like super cool. Always like thought I might find some place out there that felt like home, whether it was London or Paris or Amsterdam or whatever, and I found some like really cool places out there that I love. But I just didn't catch the vibe, man. And then I came out to LA. I was here for 6 months. I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, and by the way, there's some really cool places in Europe. I've had the privilege of going and checking out some places in Europe. I lived in Germany for a while. Freaking been to places like Austria and all kinds of cool places over there, man. Like, yo, but you know, home is home anyways, you know, for anybody, you know what I mean? Like, home is home. You can go and search around the planet and then come back to where you started because you realize there's no place like home. You know, let's keep going. This is dope. Finding out a lot of information about him already.
Survived, man. And then I came out to LA. I was here for 6 months. I just fell in love with it.
LA lifestyle, man.
That's it. Went back to Canada for a bit, and I was back and forth for like a few years until I just decided, like, yo, okay, like I'm gonna go California full time. So
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive into your music here. So your music, in my personal opinion, is one of the best music that I heard recently come out of this new generation of rappers.
Thank you.
And yeah, you're very welcome.
By the way, I'm not like affiliated with, I'm not East Coast, West Coast person. Like I ain't, you know, I was just kind of doing that for like just saying West Coast. But yo, I'm freaking Sweden up in here, you know what I'm saying? Or Switzerland. I'm neutral, in other words, man. Like I freaking love everybody the same. I ain't all about that separation, man. I ain't all about the battling freaking West Coast, East Coast. I love all my states up in here. What's up? West, South, freaking East, West. West, South, East, West, North. Let's keep going. Oh, jeez.
The best music that I heard recently come out of this new generation of rappers.
Thank you.
And yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, that means honestly, and I don't say that about a lot of people, and I mean that 100%. When it started taking off, was it WHITEBOY that like started like to actually like where it started catching fire and people was like, oh man, this Tom MacDonald dude, you know, is that where it started? Was it WHITEBOY itself?
A lot of people think that, but like it was actually like maybe like 2 videos before that. It was Dear Rappers was like the first one.
I seen that one on Facebook.
Yeah.
See, I haven't even reacted to any of these ones yet, guys. So, oh man, I don't know what they're talking about now. So something to look forward to. I can't wait for it to get to those.
Yeah, and then it was Hell of It, and then it was WHITEBOY.
Okay.
So WHITEBOY like was the first one that caused like a largely like negative reaction. It was like the first, like I'd already broken like 1 million views on like a few different videos. Like,
so you had like a fan base at that point, but WHITEBOY kind of like brought in the new people to be like, okay, this is this dude.
Yeah, it was like Dear Rappers and Hell of It. That was like 1-2 million views, and then WHITEBOY hit Facebook and like it traveled certain channels, and that's turned into like it's now at like 35 million.
Yeah, it's doing numbers.
Yeah, so it's like
That's
a big
numbers.
difference. So yeah, a lot of people did find me from WHITEBOY, but like everything really changed at Dear Rappers and Hell of It.
Okay, so that's dope, man. WHITEBOY hits the scene, man, and you start getting weird people. Like people start taking your words and flipping them and you know taking them out of what they originally were. How does that feel? Like you're sitting there, you're this rapper that's coming up, you're finally getting your name out there, and it's kind of negative. How does that like?
Yo, shout out to this interviewer, man. He's actually asking some really good questions. Like, I'm freaking enjoying this interview. This is dope. You know, some interviews, they don't really ask the questions that you're thinking, why didn't you ask him this or that? These are some good questions. You can tell by Tom's reactions that he's like totally, like he's got the big smile, man. Like he's totally he's into it. He's enjoyed it. I love it. He seems so humble, doesn't he? Like just how he's acting, like I love it, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to Tom, man.
This rapper that's coming up, you're finally getting your name out there, and it's
the person interviewing him sounds like he's from down south too, man. Like I wonder if he's someone who already knew Tom, or if he's maybe I wonder where this interview is. Is this in LA or is this down south somewhere? I don't know, man. I don't know. It must be in LA because he moved to LA. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep going. This is dope. This is good.
And you know, taking them out of what they originally were. How does that feel? Like you're sitting there, you're this rapper that's coming up, you're finally getting your name out there, and it's kind of negative. How does that, like, what do you do at that point? Like, what did you do? Like, how did you handle it? Because I would have freaked out, dude. I would have just started snapping at people.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I ended up doing that with, like, records like This House and shit like that. But
that was like a classy, like, slap, though.
Yeah.
Like, that was a I'm talking about, like, I'm out here on, like, Twitter, like, cussing people out.
Yeah. I feel you. Honestly, like, it's very hard to imagine, like, what being in that position is like unless you were actually in that position. And like I didn't have the option to just like come out swinging on Twitter because it was such a massive influx of people coming at me that like
you'll spend hours.
You would spend like 16-hour days for 3 weeks in order to like respond to all that stuff. And like there was like some bigger people, like way bigger people than me that were tweeting at me and stuff. So
really, wow, that is crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. So
that's dope.
It was just like
that's dope.
It was the first time in my life anything like that had ever happened. Yeah, it was like super frustrating that like because I know what my intentions were, bro. Like I know who I am. I know what I wrote. I know why I wrote it.
Yes.
And I know what I meant by the things that I said. And like, you know, there was like a lot of people that flat out were like, oh, this guy's a racist, this guy's like,
oh wow, okay, so a bit of controversy around some of those songs or something, which we haven't heard yet, which, you know, people are stupid anyways. Like I was always saying, like, you know, people automatically assume someone is racist just because they got the rebel flag or just because they're freaking, you know, from freaking down, you know what I mean? Like just dumb stuff, man. Like, man, come on, man. I'm tired of all the racist stuff in the world, man. Why can't we all just be people, man? I'm so tired of freaking the labels. I'm tired of the division. Can't we just come together finally, man? In 2020 already? We don't have flying cars everywhere. At least can we just have love everywhere? Come on, can't we got some love everywhere? Let's go.
And like, you know, there was like a lot of people that flat out were like, oh, this guy's a racist, this guy's like whatever, like he's ignorant, he's like insensitive, like whatever. Okay, like racist, no.
Yeah.
Like ignorant, who isn't at some point in their life, insensitive, sure. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Yeah.
You know
no, I told you I'm the same way. I'm very blunt. I'm gonna tell you how it is, and I feel like you're very like that in your music, but you can also switch it up in a way where it's like you can be this person where it's like super sensitive and you can say what you need to say in a different type of tone. It's just that people nowadays just take everything so wrong, man, and it's crazy because
people freaking are too quick to let things just freaking eat away at them, man. Like overly sensitive about every single thing, man. Like, and I've heard enough of Tom's music to know that, you know, man, he just speaks his truth. We did that song, you know, If I Was Black, and some people easily, you know, want to freaking take it the wrong way and stuff, man. Instead of really trying to freaking think about what is really truly being said. You got to dig deeper than just looking at the freaking cover. And also, this interviewer, man, he seems like he really knows Tom's music and things like that, man. And that is probably why he's doing such a good job interviewing. It's probably one of his friends even probably knows him. That's why it's such a good interview, because, you know, he knows him quite well. It feels like it, man. Like he's asking just really good questions and he's very knowledgeable. Let's keep going.
in a different type of tone. It's just that people nowadays just take everything so wrong, man, and it's crazy, because which is why I wanted to sit down with you and really conversate with you, because now it's to the point where you say anything, people are like, man, fuck this guy. Like, you can be like, dude, I love WWE, though, fuck you, I love AEW.
Which is, it's fine, man. It's like it's a lot of fun, to be honest. And like, I don't know, a lot of people have like the White Boy record twisted. They're like, oh, this guy like wrote a song on behalf of like white people who feel like they're oppressed or something, and like, it's like not that to me. Like, if that's the way that you're like taking it, then like, I think that says more about like the way that you feel about shit than I do, because like I didn't have any like burning desire in me to write a song about like the plight of the white man. Like I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. Like, that song's not for white people. That song is for me, and I happen to be like a white person. So like, to me, it was like, when I dropped Dear Rappers and I dropped Hell of It, like, a lot of people were like, yo, like, this guy's attacking black rappers in his music and da-da-da-da-da, because I was talking shit about mumble rap and mainstream hip-hop and the content of the music and da-da-da-da-da. And like, my whole thing was like, yo, like...
Man, that's ridiculous. I talk about mumble rap. What, does that make me a freaking racist now against black people? I'll tell you straight out what I think about mumble rap. But, like I said, lately you've heard me say it a million times. To each to their own. Do you. If you want to mumble your life away, then go ahead. If you don't like people understanding what you're talking about, that's your choice. Do it. Enjoy. Have fun. We're going to do it this way over here, though. You know what I'm saying?
I would never attack a rapper for being of like a particular color. Like, what I did do was attack rappers of a particular content, and like, just because like a bunch of those rappers are black doesn't mean I'm attacking black rappers. That's an insane conclusion to come to. So it was like, and that's why I wrote White Boy, because after whatever it was, 3 or 4 months, and like tens of thousands of pieces of hate mail saying that like, you're attacking black rappers and you're this and you're that and da 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 da, I was like, you know, like, I was like, okay, like, if you really think that's the way it is, like, like, you know, so
be it.
So after all the like the I never had any inkling like or desire to talk about race, period. But then after everybody started making it about that, yo, you're attacking black rappers, this, that, and the other, I was like, okay, cool. Like, if this is what y'all want to talk about for forever, then I can do that too. So check it out.
So that happens. So
wait. And the worst part about it was not White Boy happens. The worst part about it was like your first question, how does that feel when all these people are like hating on you and stuff? Like, that wasn't like the worst part. It wasn't the people that opposed the message that were like, yo, F this guy, we don't like this guy. That didn't bug me. Like, go ahead, dude. I've like literally had people not like me my entire life. Like, I don't care. The worst part about it was the fucking like real like white supremacists and the real like Nazi type dudes and shit that exist in America. Like, it was those guys that heard that song and were like, yeah, like, this is our rapper, like, and kind of championed White Boy as like their music. And that was the worst part for me. Like, like I wasn't sitting around on Facebook and Twitter blocking the people that were like hating on me. I was blocking like the guys that were championing this song for the wrong reasons. So that was the most fucked up part.
That's crazy. See, I didn't know any of that. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. We gotta react to that song. Oh my gosh, yo. Jeez. Woo. Let's keep going, man. That's the thing, man. When you make music, the wrong people freaking, you know, you've got, the wrong message gets across. And then people that have extremist views taking it the wrong way, and he's freaking caught in the middle somehow. That's crazy. What a position to be in, man. Wow. Jeez.
Man. That's crazy, because like for me, the message was just like, you know, this is where my point of view stays. Like, this is how I look at it through my eyes, and this is how I see, you know, what's going on. You know, that's how I took that song. You know, just like I take, you know, a lot of your songs, you know, I take it from your perspective. You know, I try to put myself in your shoes and see where you're coming from, just as you're trying to put yourself in my shoes to see where I'm coming from.
Yo, how many times have I said that? Try to put yourself into someone else's shoes and stuff like that. And I like that how he put that right then, man. You know, like Tom's trying to put himself in, like I said, the song, you know, If I Was Black, you know, trying to put himself into a black person's shoes, kind of from his perspective, what it would be like and all that kind of stuff. You guys remember, if you can see the reaction that I did on that, go check it out in the previous video. So I'm not gonna go through it now, but I like how he did that, and then vice versa, you know, him doing the same, trying to, you know, put himself into, you know, Tom's shoes. Man, that's dope. Let's keep going.
I think people kind of take that and just, I don't know, it might just be people just doing that on purpose, you know, just wanting someone to hate, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that's the end of that one.
Because I know
okay. All right, guys. Well, look, we're gonna end part 1 here, and then we'll do part 2. We'll do part 3. Thanks you guys for watching. I really enjoyed that. We're getting to know Tom a little bit more together. Probably a lot of you fans out there already know a lot about him, but yo, this is fun to hear and check out. So thanks for watching it with me. Remember to live each moment to the fullest and keep it off tap. We're out.